This is ALGO Prime One. This is a higher time frame strategy that provides you with forward and backtest tools to build your strategy ideas. And again, you can use up to 3 time frames, just like we see here. The higher time frame is seen by this blue dashed line that runs, and that setting is a 24 tick Logik Ultimate Renko bar. In fact, you can only use this strategy building software with Logik Ultimate Renko bars. So we have a trend of 24, a setup of 21, and our entry chart is 16. And this actually came at the inquiry of an individual who's looking into purchasing the software and asked me just to run some settings for him, which I did here. And for myself, I set this up to be a very deep pullback in price. And so you can see that on Friday, Thursday, and Friday of last week, this actually is Thursday, beginning right here at pre-market open around 8:30. You can see how price follows trend, came down. We have the red background, we have the blue hash line, and then price pulled back around 85 to 90%. And that's where I become interested as a trader when we have those deep pullbacks. And so it met one of my requirements. We did a 21 tick setup and a 16 tick entry chart here. Price entered here. All of this is fully adjustable. All your targets, again, where you decide to get in to where your pending order is placed, all of that is fully adjustable. And when price came around and it reversed, we had another entry here. And we look for these runners. These runners are very important when you are trading because it helps to make up for the losses that do occur. And so we had a nice runner here. We had a very second nice runner right here, beginning on Friday at 8:30 with the opening of this green line. And in fact, throughout the entire day, it looks like oil came down until right around 1 o'clock. And into the end of the day, oil began to pick up. And this was the only runner it caught on Friday. So you can use the strategy software for back testing as well as forward performance testing. What's unique about this is that for the first time, there is a software that is pure price action based, which is, of course is what Renko trading is. But your trend, your higher time frames, trend and setup are completely synchronized with your entry chart. I don't know that anyone else in this industry has ever done that before, but these line up. If you have Renko traded or traded Renko bars in the past, you know how difficult it is to get your time frames lined up. And fortunately for pure logic trading and in the design of these bars, and then we spent a good deal of time together with pure logic trading in order to work up this development system. And so we're very proud of it, and if you're interested in ALGO Prime One software, just contact us. We'd like to talk to you if this is your style of trading, and if you don't own Logik Ultimate Renko bars, I would encourage you to get those bars because those are the bars that work with this system. I want to move now to, let's see, are we looking for, yeah, here we go. This was a forward performance test on Friday of crude oil, and this chart is smaller than the one I worked up for a prospective owner of ALGO Prime One. This is set to an 8-tick entry chart, but let's take a look inside at the GUI to see what settings we used here for the trend. This is multi-time frame trend parameters, a brick size of 16, open percentage 1, reversal of 100. And then the setup. Here are the setup parameters. We have a 13, 1, and 100. And my offset entry ticks here is 1 tick away from the previous bar's open. My initial stop loss is 10 ticks, and then we have our profit targets and trails 5A through 6C. So when I forward performance tested this, I'm doing that because I want to see where my stop outs are. And then forward performance test or back test it with a tweak, and then rerun the forward performance test in the following days to see how well the optimization works. So here, when we ran it, we had a stop out and a stop out, all before 10:30. This is what we're looking for. We caught some very nice runners to make up for those stop losses. In fact, we had 3 very nice runners into the end of Friday. Let's set that up. Let me now what I'm going to show you are the tweaks that we made to the back test after we forward performance tested this. Okay, let's see here. This chart right here. This chart is the same size chart as the one you see on the left. This is the one we were just looking at. I have my universal crosshairs on so we can follow both charts at the same time. Again, that green line simply tells you that that's where market opened. We had it set for 9 a.m., which is when crude opens. So we see here that when it came into that first trade where we took a stop out, all I did was simply adjust this in order to poise the pending order farther away, and we avoided a stop out. The same thing happened right here as well. We avoided this stop out. The strategy was looking for a long, but the pending order was above it. What it did catch, of course, 7 ticks later, here's, by the way, these are the changes that I made. On the chart you see on the left, we moved our entry offset from a 1 tick to a 7 tick. And I also adjusted stop loss from an initial stop loss of 10 to 15 on this chart. And so we caught this runner, and we caught this runner, and of course we caught this runner as well. So the difference that made, of course, in profit based on those back tests, and this here being a forward test, was about $220 difference. That's the way you want to use this strategy to get a better idea about the kinds of tweaks that you can make to a forward test. Reback test, make some tweaks, forward test again, and when you're comfortable with the strategy, after you've tested it, and not just over days but over weeks, and you've got some data to confirm that your strategy works, then you can employ it. And of course, ALGO Prime One can do that for you as well because it is fully automated. I just pulled up a TF chart here just to conclude this video and to let you know that if you're interested in this software, you can go to algoprime.com, send us an email, ask some questions. We'll try and get you, if you're interested in purchasing, just let me know and we can get you set up. By the way, we have a trend bias button up here as well that you probably saw in the introduction. So if you have a trend bias, of course, you can set this for long, for shorts, and for both. And this works on the fly, so you don't have to worry about disabling your strategy and restarting. But if a news event comes up and you need to disable your strategy for trading, you can do that here. Again, your strategy remains enabled, only trading is disabled. So that is one of the pro feature functions that we have built into the testing system, the testing software. And having this blue line to see where a trend is on your higher time frame Renko is very helpful. If this is of interest to you, then just let us know. And thank you for watching.